Back for another round, are you? Well, good. It was getting lonely around the fire. Where was I? Oh yeah. Our hero's chasing a train on horseback as it heads for a massive bridge overlooking a massive depression known as the Wash. Defenders board the train looking for a black box that Annette told them to find, and as payment they can have their pick of other loot from the haul. This here train is an Empire train, taking excavated artifacts from the frontier back to the mainland. After dispatching a few soldiers, they break into the armory car and discover Virtes and a couple of android minions robbing the train as well. Following a massive chase across the tops of cars and several sticks of dynamite later, Virtes attempts to escape, but is stopped by a javelin and a runaway train car. The party grabs the goods they came for and move back towards Oasis. They encounter a small group of skiff hunters but bypass them, making note of the oddity of skiff being this far north once again. Upon returning to Oasis, they discover that they are wanted men, placed there by Silas. Word has spread that they were involved in Carter's death, and he wants revenge. The party works to take down the posters and tell Tree to head back out into the wilds to wait while the heat dies down. He hands Roscoe his wild vest as good luck. They receive several other pieces of magical loot from the train job, including a sending stone, and skip town, heading finally to the city of Bounty. They decide to check out Paladux, buying a meeting with him. They elect to explore in the meantime, doing a job for a local school teacher who wants some enhancement mushrooms for her husband. That evening is a saloon show put on by a woman nicknamed the Crooner. She has a beautiful voice, and the other sending stone purchased from Malchus. They arrange a meeting with her at midnight, and before they can attend, they investigate the local collegium, closed long ago by Paladux. Upon arrival, a man in black traps them in the basement. He had been tracking them since their arrival in town and is now looking to collect their bounty. The party escaped through an old laboratory where an ancient summoned creature had broken out years ago. They follow its tunnels into an abandoned mine, where the gibbering mouthers assault them and almost kill Roscoe in the process. Along the way, they procure the fungi and head off to their meeting, during which they discover that the crooner is secretly Ophelia, who is in town working with Paladux. Room service arrives, but it's the man in black disguised and attempting to poison them. Ophelia escapes in the chaos, and the party captures the man in black. Eventually, they end up playing a high-stakes game of cards, wherein he agrees to help them and loses his gear to Iros. He informs the party about the real reason for Silas's deeds, the Crux. It is an ancient artifact said to be imbued with great power. Some say it has the ability to create dynasties or summon extraplanar beings, grant great fortune, and some even believe that the artifact grants the Sarm dynasty their draconic powers. A dead man slumped over his horse is discovered the next morning, in from a dig site in the north. The party investigates, but before any major discoveries can be made, it's time for the meeting with Paladux. He's an old cattle baron who owns almost all the town. He wants to hire the party to steal something of his, an old black leather-bound book that was being transported by a train recently. However, he had heard that it had been robbed by his rival Annette, and he desires to have it back. The party agrees to steal back what they have already stolen and head back over to Oasis. The plan to steal the book goes awry, however, and Annette attacks the party, revealing herself to be a Lamia. Defenders are successful against her and secure the book. They read and learn that the Crux is a powerful artifact from what's called the Great Slaying. It was gifted to the Empress by a goddess herself many years ago. It rested in the Sarm treasury for many years, the holy relic many would gladly give up everything just to see. Legend holds that it is a shard of the goddess's heart and retains a portion of their power. Another legend holds that it was created from the dying ember of a fallen star, cooled in dragon flame and blessed by the Empress. Whatever the reason for its creation, the Crux's abilities were soon discovered. An individual, upon coming into contact with this item, gains the ability to control reality itself in an instant. The raw power to create or unmake makes this artifact very dangerous, and as such it had been hidden away for long ago, lost to time. It is at this moment, however, that Silas and a war party of skiff warriors assault the town and put it to the hatchet. The skiff warrior that Mr. Galloway previously set free helps them escape, and they ride off into the west as the flames engulf the town.